Okay everyone, it is canning season again, but I'm going to show you how to cheat, not canning. I'm going to put it in jars, and I'm going to heat my jars and my lids, and I have them washed or sterile. This is going to be a mixing bowl because my big mixing bowl and I had to order more. As you can see, I'm cutting corners today. I'm using some canned veggies. So let me get everything together. I'm going to show you how to cheat and make something that we in Appalachia like to call mixed pickles. Okay, so my mother-in-law, if anybody knows how to refinish enamel, let me know. I dropped something on my stove and busted it. And my mother-in-law brought me a bunch of cabbage from the garden, and I need to use it. So I'm going to make what we call mixed pickles. And all it is cabbage. We're going to cut it super, super fine and chop it up. As any other country girls can listening to church. I know, I guess it's just me. Y'all see, I'm leaving mine kind of chunky because here's the thing. Some people cut it up so fine that it's just, I feel like I'm chasing it across the plate when I'm trying to get it on my fork or my spoon. I don't like it. When I put my fork into something, I want something to hang on to my fork. So I leave mine just a little thicker, bigger chunks than what some people do. And some people will say don't use the heart of the cabbage. Honey, use that heart because as country people, you might want to cut off the very bottom, the nubbin. Use most of that heart because that's going to give you a lot of flavor. And it's all going to ferment. So it's all going to be a strong flavor. You better like strong flavors. This is going to be a strong flavor. But it's going to ferment. So it's not going to taste just like the heart raw. It will dilute it through the whole jar. But use that heart. It's going to give you some flavor. Just don't use like the whole nubbin down here. But that is just like what was so far off of that head of cabbage. So it's easy to make this. It makes good volume. It's refrigerator kept, so you don't want to make a whole lot at one time. You just want to make what you know you'll eat. But it's simple. So we're chopping up our cabbage still. And we're making a mess. That's okay. Whew, okay. We've got our cabbage head. That's one cabbage head. And as you can see, it's not all uniform. It's not all perfect. It doesn't have to be. Women, stop trying to kill yourselves with these small things. Just make your meal, make your food, and go along. We have now advanced to Tom McDonald on the radio while we're canning. My mother says I'm musically bipolar because here in a minute Ralph Stanley will come on, I'm sure of it. Now we're going to drain 1 to 2 cans of corn and 1 to 2 cans of green beans. I'm going to get that done. I'm going to add it in here and mix it up really, really good. And then I'll be back. Okay. We've got everything in here. That's 2 cans of corn, 2 cans of cut green beans, a couple jars if you have some in your pantry. And 1 cabbage head. Jars and lids are still on low simmering. They got just a little bit of a little fog coming up on them. If you're in here in the kitchen, you can see it. And now we're on Queen Princess of the Universe. Let's mix this up and start packing jars. Okay, I have packed 1 jar, and buddy, you pack it in there. You want it to be tight because it will wilt as it pickles and ferments. Now I'm going to try to do this with one hand to show you all the process. My pickling salt, my Mrs. Wager's pickling salt. I'm just going to put it right on the top. I need more than that, but my little thing won't fit down in the bag. Literally just put it right on the top. And then you take your spring water, your well water. I try not to use tap. And you pour it right over the pickle salt so that it works it down into the jar. And you want to make sure you get your jar filled up to the rim. And here's where a lot of people who weren't raised like me get mixed up. This is just a spatula. This is just a spatula handle. You want to stick it down the side of your jar, and I may have to do 2 hands here in a minute. You want to stick it down the side of your jar, and you see where it lets those little bubbles come up, and it makes space. You want space on either side of your jar because when it ferments, you want these to be able to work off. Now, work off means to ferment and bubble up, so it can bubble up to the top, and it can do its job as it ferments. That is all packed. We're going to put our lid on. We're going to tighten it. And then these will be refrigerated until you eat them or give them to your friends. I normally let them sit in the fridge for a few days up to a week before I crack one up and eat it, just because I like for it to pickle real good. It's that easy, y'all. Make you some mixed pickles. It's a great little light add on a summer plate that's fresh. It doesn't bog you down in the summer heat. It's kind of like having a very light 3-bean salad on your plate. Just a little country fried. This is some good stuff. Not many people make it anymore, but remember, it must be refrigerated, so only make what you're going to eat or give away and that you can put in the fridge immediately. It's that easy, y'all. Mixed pickles. And we ended on the Kentucky Waltz. Nice. And we ended up with 9 little jars of mixed pickles. Now these will go straight into the refrigerator. They have to stay refrigerated. So I'm going to put them in the fridge, and then here in a couple days I'll start doling them out to friends. Literally everywhere I go in the summer I leave one of these. It's like a bad summer Easter egg hunt. Everywhere I go I leave one of these at a friend's house. Go to a barbecue, take a jar. If we don't eat it at the barbecue, they find it in the fridge and they eat it later. So I will make 2 or 3 more batches of these and dole them out this summer to friends. I already have all about 2 of these jars promised to other people that help me find the ingredients, bring me fresh stuff out of their garden, or buy me jars when they can find them. Because jars can be hard to find sometimes, people, especially lids. Especially if you like a wide mouth can, which I do, and other stuff. Mixed pickles, and of course we ended up with Ralph Stanley, I'll Fly Away. Make you some mixed pickles. Ain't they pretty?